Good day, everyone. So, in today's class, we are going to study about GPS. So, what do you mean by GPS? We all have in our cell phones, right? Means what it tells you that where is your position in this world or where is your position in a place. So, GPS is nothing but Global Positioning Service. Okay, so GPS is Global Positioning Service. So wherever or in which place in this world you are in, it will try to find out your position with respect to that particular place. So you must be wondering that whether or by which year the GPS, this technology, has come into being. So it was developed by none other than the US, the United States of America. In the year, in which year it developed in 1978 with the help of the first global positioning satellite. Starting with the year 1978, it continuously sent satellites for just one thing, that is the global positioning service. Okay, so till the year 1994, US US had 24 satellites. That means it has 6 zones with 4 satellites each. 4 sat each. That is 6 into 4, that is 24. Why it has more satellites? What is the requirement of this number of satellites? Just because the more the satellites, the more is the accuracy. The more you are accurate, the more accurately this software or this system can say your position. What do you mean by accuracy? Now, we'll come to know in the consequent slides. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Next slide shows that apart from the US, how many other countries or how many countries are there in this world who has their own global positioning system? Okay, let's go. So the next slide shows us that we have 4 more countries or 4 more nations in this world who has their own indigenously made satellites. Okay, so the first one is China's Beidou. The next one is GLONASS, 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 that is of Russia, Global Navigation System satellite. Then of Europe we have Galileo, that is Europe's Union's Galileo positioning system, and we also have in India, that is IRNSS, that is Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, also known as Nayak. Okay, Nayak is especially for our Indian Navy or Indian Armed Forces, for the ships, basically for the ships, Nayak, and as well as for the air support system. Right? Next we go to the next slide, that is your IRNSS, that is India's own GPS. Who has developed this? Do you have any idea? Who has developed this IRNSS? It was developed by none other than your ISRO. I hope everybody knows about this ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. Our Space Research Organization has developed this IRNSS, and till now we have, do you know how many satellites do we have of India? We have 7 number of satellites, starting with 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, 1G, 1H, and 1I. So the last two I have written in a separate line just because it has been recently deployed, recent satellites deployed for India. Okay, these are recent, and the rest above are fully functional till since the very beginning. Okay, so the more number of satellites we have, the more we can see our position or see our positional place in this world. Okay, next, so how the GPS works, how the number of, if we increase the number of satellites, then how we get more accurate positions. Let us go to the next slide. So the next slide shows that we work according to the circles. How the circles work means it has circles in this form. Okay, we have circles in this form, like these are the circles. One satellite, it is satellite 1 provides a positioning service to one place, and this satellite in green color provides position to one more place, and satellite 3, that is in red color, provides accurate position to one more place. And when all these coincide at one point, it gives the more accurate position. Okay, so how this works, the working principle is, let me try to make you understand here, is let us start with that. Let's say this is the Earth. Okay, this is one satellite in red color, this one more satellite is in light green color, one more satellite is in blue color, and one more satellite is in violet color. Okay, just to make you understand the signals. Okay, let us try. So first one is when this satellite, the red satellite, casts the signal. Let's say it is casting signal in this way, means in this total area it will cast the signal. Similarly, this green color will again cast the same way, let's say here. Okay, in this area. So the overlapping area is which one? This is the overlapping area. The more is the overlap, the more is the accuracy. Similarly, if we go to the blue color satellite, it will again cast like this. So which one is the overlapping area? So this one is the overlapping area. Now we are getting, now you can see the more is the overlap, the less is the area, less overlapping area. If you come into that position, you will be given a more accurate results. When you will be seeing it on the map of your phone that accurate to 10 meters, accurate to 5 meters, accurate to 2 meters. So the more number of satellites area, if you come into the more number of satellites area, just like in this area, you will be getting the more accurate results. Let's say the violet one is like this is the area. So which one is the overlapping area I am getting here? The overlapping area is this one, this black color. If you come into any of the other positions, if you come from red till slowly to black, and from violet and slowly to black, then in this position you will be getting the more accurate results. And this is how the satellite works. Means If you have a cell phone here, let's say you have a cell phone here, this is your cell phone, and there is a tower. Okay, yeah, there's a tower here. Okay, this is a tower. So what will happen is the cell phone will send signal to this tower first, then this tower will send signal to satellite, then this satellite will send signal to the tower, and then again it is sent back to your phone. So this is the way a GPS works. Understood? So the if you come closer to this black area, then the position is going to increase just because you will be getting signals from 4 satellites, starting with red, green, blue, and violet. All these satellites, and that is why you will be getting a more accurate position. Okay. Next one. In India, we have these basically 5 your satellite regions, right? So the 7 satellites which are functional right now includes one more as well, that is starting with these 2 are here, one more is also here, there is one more satellite in this position. One more satellite in this position and one more satellite in this position as well, here as well. So this 1C orbit, this orbit is a place where you can get an accuracy of how much? Less than 20 meters. Why? Because this Indian origin or the Indian region is surrounded by all the satellites, including 1C, 1A, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. So all the satellites are surrounding this Indian region. So this will cast some area here. It will cover like this. This will cover like this. Similarly, this will cover like this. So all the overlapping regions will be casted here in India itself. So in India you will be getting more accurate results. Understood? Next. If we go away from India, okay, if we are moving away from India, then apart from this Indian region, let's say here in this area, all these areas, I will be getting accuracy of greater than 20 meters. Accuracy of greater than 20 meters. Understood? Next. What are the errors in GPS? So everything has their own errors. Okay. So these kind of errors always lead to accidents, devastation. Okay. Mathematical problems, everything will be arising just due to these kind of errors in GPS. So what is the atmospheric interference? Atmospheric interference is your like fog, rain, okay, clouds, smog, pollution. These are called your atmospheric interference. Due to these things, there are errors in GPS. Signals cannot transfer from the tower, from the mobile tower to the satellite, and it cannot get the same frequency or same intensity of the signals from the satellites to the mobile towers. Okay, next, calculation and rounding errors. Everything in this world, we round it. We try to round it. We get an approximation. We make an approximation just because to make it easier. But these making it easier gives more emphasis to errors. more emphasized to inefficiency. So if we round it, we are inviting inefficiency. We are inviting our uh, inaccuracy to the results. Okay, next is orbital path. Orbital path is when your satellite is moving in a fixed path throughout the Earth. Okay, we have 7 satellites. They have every satellite has their own fixed path. Understood? So when due to the gravitational pulling of Earth or due to some solar radiation from Sun, there are chances that it may change the orbital path. So if it changes the orbital path, then the area of influence it may decrease or increase. So with respect to that, the signal intensity is going to decrease or increase, and due to that, we can also get errors. So multipath effects, it is just like that. We have different paths. So due to that as well, different parts of the satellite, and that is why it may get. We may also encounter the multipath effects. Let us go and study about the uses of GPS, where we can use the functioning of GPS. Okay. Next. So this slide shows us that where we can use. Basically, we can use the GPS in the 5 areas, basic 5 areas. So what are they? First is finding the location. Next is for navigation. Next is for tracking. Next is for mapping. Next is for timing. Okay. Yes. So the location. Location means determining a position. Where are we standing? Now also if we want to get the location of our place or the position which we are standing, then we can just switch on the GPS application or the maps application in your Google Maps, and you can get the location. So that is just due to these kind of global positioning system. Okay. Next is the navigation. What is navigation? Navigation is traveling from one point to the other in a fixed path that is being shown by the satellite. Satellite which will show with the existing data that in which way we can go and in which way we can get to the nearest path, or in which way we will be getting less traffic. So all these navigation thing is after the maps of the world. After this mapping. After mapping only we can reach to your navigation. So mapping is done by, first of all, the land area, the scanning of the land area, in which place there are buildings, in which place there are mountains, in which place there are rivers. Everything is scanned and all the data is added layer by layer. Data added layer by layer to get this map. After we get this map, it can be used for navigation, it can be used for tracking, okay, and it can be used for timing precision. Timing precision is basically used for during rocket launching. At what time there are basically 3 stages during a rocket launching. Okay, first stage at which time, second stage at which time, third stage at which time. According to the time, the different stages are going to occur. We are also having a lot of uses of GPS in the other fields as well. That includes emergency response, just like your smartwatch. If the smartwatch has emergency response, if you are facing any accident, if you have faced any accident and you are alone somewhere, then it will directly send a signal to with the family members, the loved ones, anyone. Okay. So it will directly send the messages directly to the loved ones so that they can come and get you. They can rescue you from that accident. Okay, the next one is entertainment, health and fitness. mining, construction, off-road trucking, transportation, everything, everywhere we can use. A classic example is entertainment. Entertainment is a classic example just because in entertainment, let's say we can use Netflix and as an example. In India, in India, we have a different content, different video content in India. But in US, we have a different video content. So according to the region, Netflix, what it shows us is that in India you will see this kind of content, and in US you will be watching this kind of content. Everything differs according to the region. So it is just due to the advent of GPS in our day-to-day lives, right? I hope I hope you understood everything. Please go through your uh, video. All the materials are yes, still in the website. I hope your this idea of GPS is clear, and I hope you all are well. Go through the topic properly, and all the best.